Hello and welcome. This is Julie Silver Stitches here on FlossTube. Second time around because, why not? As always, I'm never happy with the first round. It just didn't amalgamate well. It didn't flow well. Life happens. It's Monday morning, Monday, July 7th, 2025. I was about to say 2027. We're not there yet. All right, so welcome. How's everybody been? It's been 2 weeks and a bit since my last update. FlossTube, YouTube, cross stitch update. Welcome. I have I think it's 13, maybe 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. 11 projects to share with you today, plus plans and a little bit of a life update at the end. Nothing big, just lifing. Anyway, let's get started. I'm going to start with my stitch to 1,000 pieces because we're just going to do that, and then my temperature pieces because why not, right? And then my trailer pieces, stitch at the trailer pieces. They're not pieces anyway. Okay, so back to the beginning. So the first thing that I worked on for stitch to the closest 1,000 is Mini Beginner Seashell. This is by Hiromi Karai of Heaven and Earth Design. I can tell you the specs down here, but right now I am at 13,003 stitches, and that's all I can say. I'm starting to work on the lower part of the, here. I filled in, since I started, I think I have a picture of that, it's right here, I think. Could have been on the old phone, not sure. New phone, who's this? Okay, new phone, who this? Alright, so, if I don't, then I essentially filled in a whole lot of space here. Oh, the phone story. That's what I'll tell you that later on. Also, another reason why I didn't film for 2 weeks. Okay, so that's that. Mini Beginner Seashell. I'm now at 13,003 stitches. So the next time I work on it, it's going to be a whole lot more, but that's okay. Next up will be Pokemon Starters. This is by This is by Cross and Floss on Etsy. I'm pretty sure it's still there. And again, I can put how many stitches I put into it to get to this point, but we are now at 5,001. So here we are. I realized that this was Chimchar. So I was working on Fuecoco. I need to pick up more of this orangey red 900. I don't have any more of it, so that's just going to be the way it is. I finished all the white of his eyes and nose, snout, I guess. So next time I'm just going to work down here. That is all the 900, so I have to go find it somewhere. But here we are. It's coming along very nicely. It's just very slow. Pattern Keeper will read the pattern, but it won't tell me the symbols, so there's that. I have to go find my own symbols, and that just takes a little bit longer, of course, than the norm. I'm not rushing through this, I promise. I have so much to tell you in the last 2 weeks. I'm now just looking for stuff because did I put it back in the thing? I did. Okay, so what I'm currently working on, I'll put where I started down here, but I think I have something like 250 something left. Anyways, I looked it up last night. This is Mini Dragon in the Morning by Randall Spangler, Heaven and Earth Design. And I've started to, I have a new stitching method for how this is going to work, kind of. So first, this is where we're at right now. I need to get it to 14,000, I think, to count as my next 1,000. I'm working in the 13s right now, I think. 12s? No, 13s. Anyway, yeah, so I'm over here now, working all the parked threads in, and then the next time I work on it, so I pick it up first time, work in the parked threads, partially, and then, depending on how many parked threads there are, because I'm not spending all day on this thing, like, anyways, I roughly stitch about 100 to 200 stitches per stitching session on each time I pick it up, so it'll eventually get done to the next 1,000, but, and then the next time I work on it, I'll fill in the non-parked threads. First time, parked threads, second time, non-parked threads, and I just keep moving over column by column, just so that hopefully one day I'll get to the end of that, because it would be nice to have 2 full rows done of 5 blocks down. So I don't know why I decided on the 5 blocks versus the 4 blocks. Maybe just to get out of the gold, like the golden colors, so I can focus on the yellows, because I thought that's what I wanted at the time. That's not what I wanted at the time. I am a dark color stitcher, people. Dark colors all the way. Oh my god, FlossTube knows. Okay, so I'm gonna pause there. I'm also going to have to find a new, maybe I'll try it again. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there, then talk about my temperature pieces. So hold on a second. Okay, so sorry if that was loud. Temperature pieces. Flux Box by Ink Circles. I found this. This is what this is. I found this in a magazine. Cross Stitch and Needlework, May 2012. I'm currently using this floss. It is 4523 DMC. And don't worry, I had more. For those of you who might be concerned that I didn't have enough to finish the whole piece. But here we are. I put in 100 stitches because it was called one day. 100 stitches. I worked over in creating, I might have a before piece, could be on the other phone. I'll put it here if it's not. But there we go. Worked on this side of that diamond. Realized counting is hard, and just kept going, because fixed it, just kept going, because I want it to look right, because it's symmetrical, because it's ink circles. So alright, next one up is Miss Goss Swallowtail. I'm pretty sure this one is at 300 now, because I think I worked on it again without updating my board. It's this one. I'm really enjoying filling in her wing. And since I finished Spot a couple weeks ago, I really know that I enjoy beading. So I have another, oh, that's not going to go that way. I have another Butterfly Mrs. series, which is what this is. So I'll also have enough fabric to do that on this piece of fabric. So alright. So last time you saw it, I think I was way up here in the stitching of the wing. So yeah, so anywhere between 200 and 300 stitches, I think, was put into that. Definitely was called twice for temperature stitching. And I'm pretty sure I just picked it up one random time because I felt like it. The FlossTube Itchy Nose is real today. It's a real decision. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. You might actually get to see Simon, because I just saw him poke his head out of, coming out of the bedroom kind of thing. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Swallowtail, Angel's Wings. Okay, so this is just because. I just wanted to do a just because stitch. This was my just because stitch this week, last 2 weeks. Angel Wings, Angel's Wing, Angel both S's. Angel's Wings. Check your walking report. What? Okay. Angel's Wings by Joy Sunday. I received this from James, my husband, 2019 maybe? 2018. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how much I have done. So I picked it up and put a strand into it because I felt like working on a stamped piece. But that's how much I have done. It needs to be done. Maybe I will talk about this in plans just so that eventually one day it will get finished. I thought I liked at the time, I didn't know at the time. At the time, 2018, didn't know I liked or didn't like, had never experienced counted, okay? Or stamped cross stitch. There was a time that I did like it. The last time I picked it up, I was like, not so much, but we'll see. We're gonna maybe probably do a strand a day to finish it off. Plans, that's plans. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so the next exciting thing though that I did accomplish was, I've already done all of this once, so everything is everywhere. Okay, so the next thing that the temperature fairy goddess thing called, the temperature gods called, was Folk Hello. That is this. This is out of Just Cross Stitch magazine, April 2019. I started this as a magazine monthly challenge for January. It was a January 1st start for the magazine monthly challenge when I was still doing that back in 2019. I guess that was 2020 because this is 2019. Yes, is what it is. Okay, so whenever the first startup of, that's how long I've been around. Okay, so 191 stitches brought me to finish the H of hello. So there's that. Hello is done. The next part that I'm going to work on, however, is I think all of the greenery, because the greenery definitely is all the right colors. If you know the saga of Folk Hello, I started stitching, I kind of did each quadrant. So I started stitching all of the flowers, but not necessarily in the called for colors. Went down, did the hello, did part of this. That was great. Do I know what color that is? Not at all. Anyway, 2 lines, different colors. I think I know one of the colors. I still have to find the other pink. But anyway, didn't write them down, didn't do anything about it. Carried on my merry way, stitching the hello. Now I need to go back up and figure out everything that is called for or not called for in all of those flowers. But I think the leaves of the green leaves, they're all the same colors. So, I mean the called for. So, last episode that I just filmed that I deleted because I was all over the place, there were far more cats. I'm sorry. Okay, but now Skitters is like literally right here, sleeping away. So, sorry about that. Folk Hello. Okay, so Cozy Winter Months is next. Comes out of this magazine, and this magazine is now deciding to become, anyways, it is February 2023. Oh, and because of that, now I've lost also the back. Anyways, it's fine. It's okay. Magazines are meant to be loved, right? Not just put on the shelf and ignored. So, this is Cozy Winter Mugs by Karen Bowen of KEB Studio Creations. And I've decided to stitch this in Leo and Roxy Floss. That's when this was still Leo and Roxy Floss. It's now called Roxy Floss Co. I think I finished the word winter, and I think I started on the current mug that I'm working on the last time I showed it to you, but if I did not, then it'll be a new surprise. Okay, so flatten it all out because, you know, it lives in a little Ziploc. So this is on some kind of 14 count oatmeal, that's the word. Could be, it's not Fiddler's Cloth because it was Weigart, but some form of 14 count oatmeal something beta. Anyway, this was already done. I think I either finished off winter or finished winter the last time you saw it. I think I started on this mug the last time you saw it because I remember telling you all that this was the edge, anyways, of the whole piece. The only thing is this blue is 2/1. This darker blue is 1/1. I wanted them all the same, but I guess all mugs are different. All mugs are not created equally, so there's that. I have to clean up as I go because otherwise, where is that? Flux box. Okay. Oh, this was ink circles, by the way, if you didn't know. Okay, here we are. Back on track. Okay, one last piece for home, and then I'm gonna stop. No, I don't think I'm gonna stop. No, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the trailer pieces, the trailer temperature pieces, and a little story about that too. So, one more. Okay, so Seahorses by Mill Hill was last called in the temperature stitching thing. So Seahorses, again by Mill Hill. How are my nails? Who knows? Okay. So, here we go. I did not have a count for this because I do not know, but Cozy Winter Mugs got 241 stitches to create to where I was. All right, so Seahorses. I worked in this pink right here. Can't tell you how many stitches that was. It was a very confusing counting session. I don't know why, but I miscounted someplace else, and so it just got very confusing, so I put it away. And that's all I have to say about that because it might get in a timeout off of my list because of that. And why is it in such a big bag? I don't know that either. Alright, so trailer pieces. I don't have them here, but I have them in a photo. So Saturday, I stitched on what I'm calling pink and yellow flowers. I have my whole board here. So my projects, plans, and life update, so that I don't forget anything and or that I'm not just chaos on a chaos. Okay, more than normal. Okay, so Pink and Yellow Flowers was a new start. It is by a company that provides designs for Dollarama in Canada. Castle something. Anyway, Pink and Yellow Flowers, I think was the design company. And that's not the name of it. It's just the name that I came up with because the pink and yellow flowers were prominent in the design. Even though right now, as you can see, I am stitching the purple flowers because there's apparently also purple flowers that I completely missed. I thought it was just part of the background foliage, but they're not. Anyway, this is where it was. I mean, this is where it ended up if I haven't already showed you. So that was Saturday. I wasn't getting any reception, so I couldn't actually tell what temperature it was. That was 5. That was also the temperature from where I live, not from where the trailer is, and that is also the temperature from the day before because there was no reception, right? So anyways, it is what it is. I worked on a project. Sunday, I worked on, you've seen this one before, I'm pretty sure, but this is Happy Place by Loops and Threads. It has now become a trailer project because it's little. So that was the stipulation that I had going in. All of my little projects, all of my little things that I've accumulated are all at the trailer now. All of my smalls. So there's only one. Plus all of the new stuff that I had gotten from the dollar stores. Okay, so this is Happy Place. It's by Loops and Threads. This is where it was. Yeah, this is where it was, and this is where it is now. I filled in the rest of the brown color that wasn't actually supposed to be brown. That brown around the outside is supposed to be tan. It's supposed to be the tan that is on the left-hand seashell. Oops. I didn't realize that until I was packing up yesterday and was like, oh wait, that symbol is supposed to be tan, not brown. Anyways, so it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So, yeah. So can't tell you again because it's trailer stitching. So who cares? Who cares how many stitches I had in there? Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. So, but I did finish most of that shell on the right, so that is good. So hopefully in my next stitching session I'll finish that shell, and then the next one I'll do all the back stitching, or start on the back stitching, because there's a lot in there that all of like the shells are outlined, and the grass strands in the back all have a stitch running through them, and so, and then it says my Happy Place. So thirsty. Okay, so that's it for that section of the video. I'm going to stop the video again, talk plans, and the life update kind of things. So I'll be right back. Okay, I totally should have scratched. Hold please. FlossTube knows today is 100% real. It's raining outside, the air conditioner's on. So, I don't know, dust particles? Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, okay, so plans. Are you ready? So plans. Continuing on with Mini Dragon in the morning until I reach the next 1,000, so until I get to the 14,000. I want to start something new in August, so that's still a couple weeks away, but August I want to have a new start just because I'm like, I want a new start. But so full coverages, these are my options because this is what I currently have. I don't have them written down, so I'm just going to put up the pictures. So I don't know what they're called. They're not all. Anyways, I call this one is a Heaven and Earth design. It's the owl. He's pretty handsome. That's Simon, if you can hear him. The other ones that I'm contemplating are EV Revolutions Mini. These are all minis because I don't, well, that owl one is the normal size because, anyways, but most of these, some of these are mini. So mini EV Evolutions, or there is, I'm just remembering all of these. I'm just going to keep rolling them through because I know what I want to stitch, but I can't remember the names of them. So here's another one. I don't know how many there are. You're going to vote. Let me know which one you think I should do because I want to do them all. So we'll see. So yes, so I'm thinking of starting one of these, maybe like August 1st, August long weekend. No, because I'm probably at some point in August. So let me know. And then I'm also going to be working on, because I decided why not, because I have now part 3, and I'm still working on part 1 of this. This is Steampunk Portal. The Heaven and Earth design stitch along for this year. This is where we are at. I think this is the bottom of the first page, at least, so that's good. But that's still only just page 1 out of, I don't know, the 6 pages that I need to finish. That's not happening. It's already partway through July. I don't think that's happening at all. But I have all the colors for it, so there's no reason to say, stop doing it. We're just going to keep chipping away at that, I think. Alright, and so today is July 7th. It is James and my 7th anniversary, so hooray. I don't know what we're doing yet. It's only probably about 8:30 by now, so we'll see what happens. I think it has maybe stopped raining, or it might still be raining, but that doesn't really matter. James is doing a whole lot better. He was taken off one of his meds, so therefore his energy level is up. So when he is awake, he's like, go, 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 which is great, because then, that's part of who James was back before his illnesses. So he's starting to regain a little bit of energy back, which is great, because the med that he was taken off of was bringing down his energy level totally. So that's great. I am reading, when I'm not listening to FlossTube, I'm e-reading, I'm not e-reading, I'm listening to, I'm listening to the Dictionary of Lost Words. I'll put a screenshot up here of the cover photo. I think I might have it. And so that's by Pip Williams. I'm looking for the next book that I want to listen to, because I think I have about 3 more hours left of that book. So it's currently, I have 3 hours left, and it's a historical nonfiction, almost, based off of nonfiction. I'm sure it really happened, but it's a story, so it's fiction. I'm not book term, whatever. So turn of the century, from the 1800s to the 1900s. She is a young girl growing up in what they're calling a scriptorium. And so a scriptorium is a place where they figured out words to create a dictionary. Anyway, that's the premise of the storyline. But there's all these words that are getting missed out. It's really good. Really, really, really good. If you haven't tried to listen and or read it yet, you totally should. Anyway, so I have 3 hours left on that. So I'm looking for, hello. I'm looking for a, what are you listening to? What are you reading right now? And here are Skitters. He just decided he wanted to have a wake up. Okay, so the other thing is I got a new phone. And so that's why I keep thinking about, well, do I have it? Do I have that picture? Do I have that information? Yes. So I decided that I needed to get all of my, he's cleaning my arm. I needed to get all of my Pattern Keeper files all onto one space, all onto one phone, because it just makes life easier. So I was able to transfer all of my current progress of all of my things, all of my different projects that I'm currently working on my new phone, and I did it all by myself, and I didn't have to ask anybody's help. It was very exciting. Anyway, do you want to stay here? Okay. The other thing is, so new phone, so potentially new way of, he is a very sharp tongue. The little bumps on his tongue are very, whew. Anyways, okay, so I will have clean skin right here. Plus he's like 20 pounds, so that's why I'm like, okay, so, the other thing is that somebody who has not had a FlossTube video for about 2 years is finally back. She took a little bit of a life reading break. Otherwise, she's been chopping away and chipping away at haystacks, I'm talking about Tess Stitches. She is back on FlossTube again. She just filmed her latest FlossTube video this last weekend. Look at those nails. Holy bananas. And very exciting. It's very short. It's only not even 15 minutes, so go check her out if you haven't done so already. She is out of Australia. I can't tell you where right now, but that's that. And she and I talk off and on all the time. This guy just woke up. That's why he looks a little like dazed and confused. And anyway, so she finished what she was working on. She has 2 other finishes she needs to show you. And she has a little bit of a life update. But other than that, she's back. So she's probably going to be filming once a month. You should go check her out if you haven't decided to check her out already. Anyway, I think that's it for me. Have a great, oh geez, he just flopped down. Have a great day. It is cloudy, rainy, kind of muggy here, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully James and I will be able to get out and about. I will see everybody later. Sparkle and shine. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.